What I'm trying to get you to see is how it be different settings, but they have the same message that's being displayed. The message is resurrection. It's saying that the people of this earth got to wake up and stop killing each other by dichotomization and start recognizing everybody as being each other, the same thing. That's why I keep trying my best to point out to everybody how we all come from the same seeds. You know, ain't nothing rude about that. You know what I mean? Get over a little profanity. Don't act like no child. Don't try to be upset because somebody told the truth. Alright, that's ridiculous. Now there I go right there. What I'm talking about in the middle up there up top is what I mean. That little, there's two lights there now. This little circle right here was a diamond in the other picture, remember? Look right there. You're going to see that light going right through the head. You see the spiral in there? See that spiral? Did you see the spiral in there? You see that? See how they change from diamonds to little circles? Like I was telling you, they could be circles or diamonds. Now tell me you don't see that spiral in there. I know you got to see that spiral in there. There's no way that anyone can say that they do not see that life spiral in there coming from that sun. That's the sun doing that, and that's in the daytime. Now I'm looking into the sun with my camera, and we got blackness in the back that's showing up from a bright sun. The blackness in the back is the contrast of the blackness that still remains there even when the sun is there. Then you have a cross that's in the back with the green on the red. Then you have a round circle that I'm suspicious of being Nibiru. Then you have the blue lights, that's the photon laser cannon with the spiral bullseye. Just to bring it home, let you guys know that it's going to be very, very impossible for that thing to miss. Especially considering the fact that the bullseye is probably bigger than the Earth. Okay, so yeah, it's like some serious arsonry going on here. And you see how those diamonds could go from little to little to big to big. But up on the top, I haven't saw the face yet, but I want to show you the face with the little blue light that go right through it, just like we saw with the blue light that went through the sun itself. That had the two eyes also to show you that it had a face that was staring at us and keeping an eye on us and watching us and has been watching us, as if to say, I've seen everything. You know, so if there's anyone out there that might have been doing something that you didn't want anyone to see, you might have fooled man, but I bet you the moon or the sun saw you do it. So you're busted. Sorry to be the one to tell you that. You might as well go and turn yourself in. Because you are busted. That's all to it. So yeah, I'm just having a really good time here enjoying these lights, because everybody like to go to the 4th of July and watch lights get blowed up and all that stuff. To me, that's always a drag. But this stuff right here, for some reason, is really fascinating to me, because I know that it's natural. It's not non-organic. And it's not destructive. What's below? That's the triangle that's cut in half. It's been the top half removed. As you go to the ground, it shows you the sunlight that what's above is below. And it's showing you half of the diamond structure to show you that a pyramid is half of the diamond. And the diamond is the representation of mineral sunlight here on the earth. The gold is the representation of metal sunlight here on the earth. And yeah, you can see those diamonds as they fall to the ground. They cut themselves in half to show you the bottom part of the pyramid. What's above is below. That is so incredible. It's beautiful. Because the Egyptians did actually, ancient combatants, put pyramids underground and put the tip pointed down toward the heavens that's inside of the earth that no one knows and understands, but I'm going to show you guys about that in a moment, okay? So we can all be on the same page with that and have a clear understanding of how exactly that fits in the equation as well, all right? Because that's what I'm trying to do, is make this light manifest in people's mind. All this stuff right here is light information. Is giving you information that is going to be in your archive for later reference. If it doesn't make any sense to you right now, it will later. The universe did not put this spectacular light show on for the hell of it. And like I want you all to know, I was just chilling out, and all of a sudden my mind said, get out and take a picture of the sun. And so that's what I did. I got out as instructed by my consciousness and pointed the camera up at the sunlight, and this is what went on, you know. And I just think it's really beautiful. It's better than any of that. Well, I just think that it's very artistic of the sunlight to give us such a display. And I'm going to show my appreciation by watching it as much as I can, because this is the sun. It's not Jesus doing it. You know, I bet you Jesus probably can really paint up some stuff, but probably not this good. This is some serious genius at work right here. Not trying to take anything away from anyone, but yeah, I just like what's really tangible and not hard to grasp. You don't have to really work hard at getting this. It's right there for you. You know what I mean? No murder, no stealing, no nothing. Just sit back and observe, all right? Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Yeah. So now that you all can see that there's a cross in there, and a star, and a diamond ring, and another sun in the background, and then there's light ships that you will see another representation of. Because see, at night time, they're just white lights flying around, shooting up ships that shouldn't be here. Yes, at night, those little white lights that you see flying around, it's those. Those things are huge. They have little ships that come out of them. Don't you see the little blue ones? That's what they're showing you. They're showing you that if it wasn't for little, that wouldn't be big. So the reason why those big ships are really big is because they house the little ones. And the little ones go out and do a lot of damage. Remember I told you about the thumpers and the boom booms? Well, those light ships right there are what deploy the thumpers. And the thumpers are the white lights that come from those ships and go into the ground and disturb these intruders, is what I like to call them, because that's the name that I get from the universe. I don't have no description out there or anything. I see a lot of stuff that's television, proclamations of what's going on, but I don't know that to be so. Only thing I know from what I'm getting, okay, let me tell you guys how it works. The energy of the earth comes from the ground as well as from the sun. We have actually a sun inside of the earth. We do, trust me. They call it the earth core reactor. Alright, this energy that comes from the earth core reactor is the same energy type of life force that comes from our sun. We are constantly grounded to it by our feet being on the earth. This energy is universal goddess energy. The goddess is set as well as the goddess segment. What's above is below are both there underground also. Now, the energy source that comes up from the ground is the energy source that's permeating through the sunlight, through the human, to the earth, and then it permeates from the earth through the human back to the sunlight. It is a constant connection of alternating current, just the way electricity works in any house. We are forces of electrical conduit that works and functions the same way as I'm describing to you right now. What happens is that we as people have a way of transferring information through the ground, through our conducive ability, through how these electromagnetic impulses regulate through us, from sunlight through us into the ground, from the ground through us back to the sunlight. This is an intricate electrical circuit that all as human beings are constantly steadfast and locked into. It is an abiding principle that cannot be changed. Not only are we locked into it with other human beings, we are locked into it with the animals on this earth as well. If you took some blue dye or some red dye or whatever color you want and dyed the air a certain color, you will actually see the air going in and out of all the air breathing entities on this planet, leaving the nostrils of one air breathing entity and going into the nostrils of another one. Yes, we all share the same air with each other, which means that you share information that hops on the air and circulates about the air from other people's conceptualizations of consciousness. Which means, real simple, that a person that smokes cigarettes, the air that just left their body can enter your body, and you, if you are a person that is fighting a recently discarded cigarette habit, can smell that and also taste it from the air that just left someone else's body. Not to mention the fact that you can actually smell tobacco smoke that's just riding on air molecules that's just there from a cigarette that's just exposed to the environment miles away. Any person that knows cigarette smoke will be able to pick up the subtlest traces of that stuff because of it being embedded and locked into your DNA molecules, as well as your melanin molecules, because that's where most addictive substances hop a ride at in your system, is on your melanin molecules. This information that I'm talking about is the reason why the universe has manifestations of God energy in human beings as well as all other type of mammals on the earth. Preachers on this earth have had the nerves to tell you things about animals not having souls and stuff like that and this and that. Well, I'm not trying to say that they necessarily don't, because they have spirit. And I believe that the soul of man can actually do some very adverse deeds as to where you could incarnate and become an animal. So in that case right there, I believe that animals can and do have souls as well as spirits. And so my point of that being that everything that's on the earth can pick up signals about the conditions of the earth and send them back to God, because you are nothing but a God self yourself. So since you are a God emanation, that means that everything you get exposed to goes right to God. That's why you should be careful, as well as I. That goes for me too. But I'm just throwing that out there so people can understand that outside of the rhetorical brainwashing, that the only person that can be on earth and have private communication or private existence, or if you want to, a symbiotic packaging with God. Everybody wants you to believe that you yourself can't be God, and that there's no spiritual energy that could be inside of you that could make you have the necessary completion to be a micro God. But I'm here to tell you that that is incomplete and it is very wrong and it's not true. Every one of us on this earth has the potential to and is